Mingos are always winning. No kidding, they can't lose it now. Wonder what's going on in the bot lane. As long as Chandler doesn't end, it'll be fine. Where is Nick again? He's farming, cannot rotate in time. Mingos, their back is pushed against the wall. If this keeps up, they will fall. 'Cause all of Ming loves all of goes. Love your dives and all your intent. Even though Mio is winning.
I don't even know what to
Give
say
your
about what I'm listening to right
PayPal to me.
now. I can't even.
I'll give my LP to you. The Mingo's my favorite and I'm believing. They never lose, they always winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. And you give me all of us. Whoa.
I'd rather be home anyway.
On a long boat, the Mingos stay low. Where did they learn it from? Probably Owen. The Mingos defeating them now. Holy cow, just like to the dude. Why are they toxic? Why are they crude? They made me tilted, it's just 'cause you lose. Why are they winning?
I don't even have something to say.
It's
Oh, let me finish the prediction from
end
yesterday.
for you.
Oh, who won that game yesterday?
Mingos, their back
They're
is
causing Nebula,
pushed
right?
against the wall. If this keeps up, they will fall. 'Cause all of Ming loves all of goes.
This was just posted in the chat
Love
whenever
your
I
dives
joined
and all your intent.
the chat here.
Even though Mio is winning.
I don't even have
Give
a.
your PayPal
I
to
don't even know what to
me.
say here.
I'll give my LP.
I am just now
to
sitting down in my
you.
chair.
The Mingo's my favorite and I'm believing.
Alright.
They never lose, they always winning. 'Cause I give you all.
I better not get copyright strike for this, TJ Lanier. Imagine.
And you give me all of those. Give me all of Sue, the people's treasure.
Y'all don't even know. Y'all may not know that there's a video that goes along with this, by the way. In case y'all are wondering.
Say thanks, it's his pleasure. 'Cause all of Ming loves all of goes. Love your dives and all your intent. Even
Well, we are
though
hit.
Mio is winning.
I can't anymore. Okay, here we are. This is the game one draft. Starting a little bit late. We started late because I had to rush home so we can get this on stream, but here we are. We are in game one. Looks like on the left side we have the Cowboys. On the right side we have the Mingos. On the left side we have Drew in the top lane. Glue Stick. I'm not even going to do the names right now because I can't see the names on the right side, but we'll just see the champions. We have Plank in the top lane. Rammus in the jungle. Oriana in the mid lane. That's Ibis on the Oriana. Kaisa on Moitment. Moitment got his Kaisa. That's Kaisa in the bottom lane along with Lakey on Rel. And on the other side we have Sion on the top lane. Nocturne jungle. Syndra mid. And Quirky and Swain in the bot lane. That's a very interesting bot lane from the Mingos. And we'll see how that works out for them. We are hitting the spectator delay, so we do have to wait for the spectator delay to go before we can get into the game. And I'm going to hit you guys with a little bit of a 1 minute ad break so that we can turn off the pre-roll ads for everyone else that's joining the stream. And we'll be right back after these messages. I'm going to play some music I enjoy, though. No, that's the other one. I mean, it was great. Mingos. Alright, let's get into the actual game now. Oh, those things you see are wrong. Ignore that. Hold up, wait. We'll just do it off screen. Hold up, wait a second. What's over here? We have Mingos. Let's go. M-I-N. Mingos or M-N-G. So, Mingos. And then over here we had the Cowboys. Okay. And there should be no dots at the top. This is game 1. There we go. There. I meant to use the restroom. I was going to use the restroom before we got started here, actually. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll be right back.
reaching out, 'cause I cannot fight this feeling anymore. Feels like I've been blown away. I'm crashing out. We're not running round in circles anymore. Feels like I've been blown
Okay,
away.
let's get into it.
And I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. No.
All right, here we are onto the rift for game one between the Cowboys and the Mingos. Sorry for the delay. I had to use the restroom. And let's see what we have here in game one. So now I can actually say the rosters. On the Mingos side, we have TJ Lanier in the top lane, Abysmal in the jungle, DJ Resona or Rezona in the mid lane, and DDS on ADC and Zulfer on support. We do see 5-man Mingos in the bot lane. Looks like they are going to force Lakey to back on up. They're going to also clear the ward. And that's gonna get some early vision over on the top side from the side of Cowboys. A good reaction there if you see them all going down there, and then that gets your chance to push some vision for some vision in the top side. The Mingos will now disperse, potentially walking into potentially Ibis to try to get some damage down. I'm gonna see nothing's going to happen. Minions have spawned. We're going to see potentially a topside start from the Nocturne, but there is a Cowboys ward there, so they should be aware of that. Mingos also got a ward over by the... Yeah, so both teams actually getting warded the enemy jungler, as Miramis is also warded out at the Raptors there. Oh, that's what... I didn't realize that was a Gangplank thing. Gangplank barrel. I was like, did someone buy a pink ward? But we're here now. Here we go. Haven't seen gameplay. Got some gameplay things up here in the top lane. Barrel. And we have Corky and Swain down here in the bot lane. It'll be very interesting. See how that works out for them. I think I heard recently that Corky's strong right now. I don't really know the meta right now at all. I don't really pay close attention. The meta, and ooh, that's going to be a lot of damage onto Lakey. The Ignite goes down. Lakey's going to be forced to flash, and that is now they are up. They're trading an Ignite for a flash, which you always love to do in the bot lane. It's going to be Rel being forced to flash early. It's going to stay in lane at that low HP. Could potentially be dangerous. There's going to be a lot of damage coming out from the Corky and the Swain. We'll see if they get punished for that. Ramus is on the bottom side of the map. There's going to be a lot of damage on Moyman. Moyman's going to get taken very low. Ramus is here. But they are very, very low. Ramus is going to be coming around. They're going to try to get them in there. And, okay, there is the flash from the Swain. They do get the flash. Swain's going to be looking for more. Not going to be able to get any more. Moyman's still very low under the top. We're going to look at mid for a little bit. And, yeah, no, we'll see if Layman is able to, can they farm underneath this tower? Will they be able to get a little bit of regen back, some HP? We're going to have some fighting in the mid lane, too. Syndra versus Syndra is going to get a lot of damage to the Orianna. The Orianna, there's the flash forward. Syndra's going to flash. It's going to be first blood going over to Orianna. But Syndra does get the extra auto attack and is able to get the kill on the Orianna. But the first blood goes to Orianna. A little bit of extra gold in Orianna's pocket. We're going to see picking up about a 100 gold lead there. But an intense fight there in the mid lane. Syndra almost gets it. Ooh, there's the pull on Moyman. Moyman is going to go down. Was a little bit too low to still be here. But Corky is taking tower shot, but it's going to have the barrier before he's going to flash forward. And there's the double kill, but there is the tower shot. It's going to be an execution, though. They weren't able to do any damage to the Corky. Corky gets executed. That's going to be a 2-kill lead for the Mingos down in the bot lane, as they're able to kill both bot laners that were just a little bit too low underneath that tower. Okay, and things are happening here. In this game early on, before 4 minutes, we already have 4 kills. And here comes the Ramus into the mid lane. The Syndra does not have flash, so Syndra is going to get taunted up. It's going to be a lot of damage going down onto Syndra. Will Syndra go down? Syndra's not going to go down, but here is Abysmal. Abysmal is here. The flash, the stun from is not going to land, but the fear is going to land. There's a lot of damage coming from the Syndra. There's a flash forward, and that's going to be potentially a double kill for Abysmal. And then Nocturne picks up the double kill with the counter gank, because they weren't able to quite kill the Syndra. It wasn't enough to kill the Syndra, but Nocturne was there to be able to clean up the 2 kills. And we have some low health bars here in the top lane, too. Drew running down TJ Lanier and is going to get them down, but Drew is very low as well. It's going to go down to the minions. And it's a trade 1-for-1 in the top lane. Gangplank and Scion, and now Abysmal taking the camp from Gluestick, and is going to do a lot of damage to the Rammus as well, but the Rammus is going to get the time. Now we're back in the bot lane. Moyman is already low, already below half HP. Will Moyman be? Moyman does not, is very, very low. They're going to try to go in onto DDS. DDS is going to get ignited. DDS is going to go down. However, the Swain is still rather healthy, and Moyman is going to take a lot of damage, but can they get enough damage onto the Swain? The Swain's going to go down to the Kai'Sa 4-hit passive. That's a double kill as Kai'Sa flashes to the other bush. Now it's a double kill going the other way. Now 2 kills on the ADC of Cowboys as well. 10 kills here in 5 minutes. This game is explosive. Things are happening. These teams are fighting. Drew and TJ up in the top lane, continuing to harass each other. Although it's mostly Gangplank harassing the Scion, but Scion is a tanky man. Just could keep taking those parlays to the face. Barrel. Barrel. And back to the mid lane. There's been a lot of action in the mid lane as well. We do see Lakey is there looking for something in the mid lane. Meanwhile, they're going to be clearing the vision in the tri-bush in the bot lane, clearing vision in the jungle as well. Lakey potentially looking for something. If Syndra walks a little bit too far forward, Lakey's going to go back to the bot lane. Kai'Sa is underneath the tower. We do know that there is a lot of harassment underneath the tower from that bot lane duo of Corki and Swain. So probably don't want to make Moitman have to deal with that for a little bit for too long, as we have seen them dive and be able to kill underneath the tower. It looks like Nocturne may be going to the top lane. Nocturne is level 5, does not have the ultimate quite yet, but Gangplank is very pushed up, and Sion does have the ultimate, and the ultimate is not going to be enough, but that should be enough to get the stun onto Drew, and Drew's going to go down. And that's going to be the kill streak. Drew, by the way, is the a player formerly known as DRDD. Recently name changed, so Drew in the top lane is DRDD. And we're going to have a flash forward, and there is a stun, but Lakey's going to get very low, and that's going to be a kill going over to the Corki. Rammus is here, but so is Syndra. Syndra's not able to get the stun on Rammus, but it looks like Rammus is going to have to back up. It's still going to do a lot of damage, and Orianna is nowhere to be found. Orianna walking back from the base. That's going to be the ultimate onto the Rammus, and the Rammus is going to go down. That's going to go over to Syndra. Syndra now 2-1-2, a little bit of a lead ahead of the Orianna. And Moitman potentially in trouble here underneath the tower. There is the stun. There is the Gangplank ultimate. Gangplank ultimate is not going to be able to get anyone, though. And that is just going to be the Moitment, the Kai'Sa going down a 10-4 lead here for the Mingos. A 4K gold lead at 7 minutes. Things are looking all Mingos right now. There is some scaling on the side of Cowboys here, but this is not the greatest start. Very, very fighty, but all these fights and scraps are so far going in favor of the Mingos, and there is a solo kill in the top lane for Drew on TJ. Alright, what's this Discord notification? That won't go away. Oh, TJ fighting back here in the top lane, though. Sion not just going down so easily, and is getting a lot more armor. And those parlays are doing less and less damage. Looks like they're going for another gank in the bot lane. Oh my god, they are. Here comes the dive in the bot lane, the 4-man bot, and they are able to kill the bot lane of the Cowboys yet again. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we have Gluestick here, but will they be able to kill TJ Lanier? They're going to go for it, but that Sion's a tanky. Is this a tanky man? We're able to do it. There is the taunt. Do they have enough damage to take down Sion? Sion's going to start ulting. Is going to flash out. Will they be able to take him down? They're not going to take him down. The flash is going to be enough. And he's going to live. And they're not able to trade kills on the opposite side of the map. Here comes Syndra. And uh-oh. Ibis backing very dangerously there. Will Syndra be able to get the Q? Maybe get the Scatter the Weak? I don't know what the Q is called. I know the E is called Sky of the Week. I don't really know what the rest of the abilities are called for Syndra, even though she's a very old champion. What's it called? Dark Sphere, Force of Will? Alright, whatever. The Dark Sphere! But all I know is there's a Dark Sphere looming in the bot lane. Oh, that could be enough. The Scout of the Week, the Dark Spirit Scout of the Week there is going to land the stun. Since he's been doing just fine. And here comes Scion. Going to do a lot of damage to Gameplay. Gameplay did not seem quite ready for that. The Scion ultimate. Gameplay is out of mana. TJ is chasing. There is the flash needing to be used. So able to get the Gangplank flash. Scion ulting back to the lane. And doing just fine. A 12-5 lead here for the Mingos. And a lot of damage being put onto the Corki. The Corki is able to just W over the wall. Able to get out of there, dash out. There is the pull. There is the engage back onto the Corki. The Corki is going to use the barrier. The Corki is going to go low, but look at that damage coming out from the swing. They're able to kill Rel, and now they're having to back off, and here comes the Mingos, and they are not ready. Orianna is going to try to ult it. It's not going to be enough. There's a double kill going over to the Swain. A lot of damage coming out from the Swain, and look at Scion just getting the wave behind the tower. Now here comes Moitman. Does not get stunned by the Scout of the Week, but is going to have a lot of damage to deal with. Is going to try to ult to the other side. It's not going to be enough. There's the ultimate from Gameplay. Also not going to be enough. But here is the fear onto Glue-Stick. Glue-Stick is going to get taken down by Abysmal. And 15-5 lead, a 10 kill lead for the Mingos, and a 7k gold difference. And they're going to be getting down plates onto the mid-tier tower. Mid-tier 1 tower. This is just lots of fighting. We have 20 kills here in 11 minutes. And most of those kills, 75% of those kills, are all Mingos. This has been a very disjointed game. Very kind of sloppy, lots of just skirmishes and a lot of like macro play, a lot of just like fights. And it has been in favor of the Mingos. They have a team better for scrapping. Here we go, trying to go on TJ yet again. Now they're bringing 4 to the top lane. They should be able to take him down. It's going to be a kill going over to the Gangplank. The Gangplank so far doing the best on the side of Cowboys. Will they be going for a dive up here? We have Abysmal and the Swain, and here comes more people. We see the Syndra and the Corki are descending upon the top lane. Meanwhile, the Orianna is in the bot lane. Orianna does not have teleport available. Here it comes Glue-Stick. Glue-Stick is somehow not going to get stunned there from the Scout of the Week or the other thing. It's going to be able to ult over the wall. And we'll be okay. On the way pings to the grubs. They're trying to get 6 grubs. This would be 6 grubs if the Mingos are able to secure this before the 14-minute mark. Looks like they should be able to. That's going to be 6 grubs for the Mingos, and they also have the only dragon that has been taken so far. The next dragon spawns in about 40 seconds. But right now, things are all Mingos. There is a significant gold lead here at 12 minutes. 7k at gold at 12 minutes is insane. So they definitely have to be concerned there. And there is a stun. There is another dive. There is the ultimate. There goes Moitman. There's the rampage from the Syndra.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
What a game one so far from the Mingos. Just fighting, diving. They are finding all the ways that they want to play this game. And they're trying to go on TJ Lanier again, but he's not so easy to kill. Will go down, but not so easily. They're trying to figure out the money situation. Sion does not care. Sion is only 400 gold behind the gameplay besides being down 3 kills. 2 kills. But is up on CS currently. You see the gold lead. They just have a gold lead across the board significantly in the ADC position. We see the Corki is about 3.2k ahead of Kaisa. Kaisa just not having a good game so far. Just really suffering from all this aggression. Oh, here is the engage. The Swain's going to get low. They're able to get a kill, but it looks like Mingos. Oh, Moitman is actually able to get a massive shutdown onto the Corker. Could this be a good team fight for the Cowboys? That's a double kill going everything, but that's a shutdown, multiple shutdowns. Shutdowns is a good way to get back into the game, but Abysmal is unstoppable. It looks like it's going to be 4 members. Oh, it's not going to be a good team fight. They lost. They got 3, but they lost 4, and it's just the Rammus left alive. And they're going to use that to put some objective. That's going to be the mid lane tower, most likely going down to the Scion. This Scion has just been an absolute menace. And double kill. Can they deal with the Scion? Here comes Lakey. They have the 2 tanks. I don't think they'll be able to do nearly enough damage to this man. I mean, but maybe the towers help him out. Oh, Mortman is here. There's a teleport coming in. They are going to commit to killing the Scion, but the Scion does not care. The Scion just wants the CS. I'm like, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. And the Scion has gotten the CS. The Scion has the most CS in the game. Just ending Scion and getting the CS. But that was a little bit, I mean, that fight could have been worse. Uh-oh. And Ibis just gets absolutely blown up. Absolutely blown up. They're going to try to go after the Corky. The Corky is going to get out of there. It's going to go over to Lakey. But Women's going to be taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Rammus. Will they be able to take out the Swain as well? The Swain is going to go low. Abysmal is going to flash onto Moitman. Moitman is going to get the barrier, the ultimate from thing. That's going to be a double kill going over to the side. And it's going to go down to Gameplank. Gameplank is able to get the kill onto Nocturne. Here is the Cinder. The Cinder. Oh, a nice little combination here. Will they be able to take out the Cinder as well? That's a shutdown. A match shutdown going up to the Gameplank. Gameplank is definitely where you want the gold. And that time they're able to take out 4-2. Cowboys making little strides every single team fight now as they are able to get some catches. They are making a little bit of a dent into the gold. It used to be 7K. Now it's about 5.6K. So it's not like a huge, they're not like even, but they are making some progress. Oh, they're going to see onto the Rift Herald from Mingos. The Mingos are going to be able to secure the Rift Herald.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Didn't realize I had matches to deliver. We don't. This is a rescheduled match that is about 3 hours earlier than we are normally live, and that's why it is just me on the host on the cast trying to throw this together. I literally had to rush home from something I had at noon to try to get back in time to cast this game, and the game also ended up starting a little bit later than it was scheduled to because I had to make it home to try to cast it. But the teams were willing to wait to get the game on stream. But this is an atypical time, yes. Typically, our start time is at 6 p.m. EST on Saturday and Sunday. So we are here about 3 hours early today. And there is a massive engage there from the Cowboys. A little bit of, but they don't have the numbers. They don't have Gameplank here. And all of the Mingos are here. And there is all of the, and they all go down. And they're not even able to get the tower as TJ is going to make it to the top side in time. And is still able to hold on to this tier 1 tower. And that's probably going to be the 3rd dragon going over to the Mingos. A good engage there from the Cowboys, but they're just so far behind in gold that they didn't do the damage. They didn't have the damage. And what looked like an incredible engage ended up being just a lost team fight for them. They didn't have the damage and they didn't have the numbers because Gameplank only had his ultimate. He was still topside. Gameplank did have teleport available too, but yeah, yikes. That just didn't go out for them. They were hoping that was going to be a good engage for them, but it was not. Almost a 10K gold lead. Yeah. Yeah, the gold lead did get it down to about 5K at some point. Now we're up to back to about the 7K, almost 8K now. Gold lead that it was before. Baron is alive. It is post 20 minutes. It is 6 grubs in favor of the Mingos. It is 3 dragons in favor of the Mingos. It is 27 to 16 kills in favor of the Mingos. It is 4 to 0 towers in favor of the Mingos. What can Cat Cowboys do? And there is an engage on to 2. Abysmal is going to get taken very low. Abysmal is going to go down. That is a catch for the Cat Cowboys, but this Swain is so tanky and is ulting. Can they do anything about it? It's a killing spree for the Corky, even though they got the engage. Oh, Kaisa is going to be taken very low. It's going to try to ult to the other side. Will Kaisa be able to do enough damage to take down Zofra? So Kaisa will be able to take down the Zofra. There is the ultimate from the gameplay. Kaisa is going to be running away from the Syndra. I don't know what Kaisa is going to be able to do here. Kaisa is going to just run away and die. Is destined to go down. And this, speaking of tanky, they can't take down this this Scion. Sion just in base causing breast mayhem. 200 CS on the Sion. Sion has so much CS. They can't take him down. Look at it. They can't take him down. They can't do it. They can't do it. Meanwhile, here comes the Rift Herald. Here comes the rest of the team. They can't take down the Sion. It is in their base. Just unkillable. Demon King right now. Forces them to flash away. Can they do enough damage? They need the Kaisa to be able to do something to the Sion, but the Kaisa can't stay alive from the other people on that team. Oh, taunted. There it is. There's the ultimate. They are able to get one. Ibis is able to flash away, but still goes down to the Syndra. And there is the ultimate in. I'm assuming that was Syndra on the Storm Surge. Yep, Squall did kill Orianna. Here's the Rampage, and they are still fighting back. There's the flash forward, and oh, the barrier was enough to keep him alive temporarily, but then after the barrier expired, we're still going to go down. Sion purchased Thornmail. Sion didn't even have Thornmail before. Oh, no.
Unstoppable.
Surrender vote failed for the red team. Know what I saw? Oh boy, the Mingos. Red Boss Sion, the troll FF, yeah. That would have been crazy. What do I even do about that from a tournament org perspective? Like, I mean, do I say that they lose because they surrendered? I mean, they did surrender, even though they're obviously winning this game. Like, I mean, y'all surrendered. Like, how do you feel about that as the opponent? I was like, I mean, did we get the win technically? Did you even want that for this early in the season? I was like, all right, if y'all want to just lose, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'd even do. I'm like, I mean, I guess y'all lose. Ooh, it's a lot of damage from this onto the Syndra though, from the Gameplay and the Orianna. But look at the Sion, still quite healthy, actually down to half HP. Look at the Corky behind them, just shooting mayhem onto them, and is not. They are able to take him down, but there comes the ultimate here. Sion just taking the tower, having a good time. The Sion, what can they do about the Sion? Looks like they can't really do much about the Sion. Yeah, the Sion's just going to be incredibly tanky here. And yeah, raid by Sion. Sion does go down. And that is an ace for the Cat Cowboys, but I don't know, they're not getting a lot out of it. They're down 7K here. And down all the objectives. This is really, really tough to play. And they have no towers. Really, really tough to play from the Cat Cowboys. Did they change the animation of like of towers? Why does the tower animation look different whenever it's hitting people in this game? Like, I was just looking at the game yesterday. I don't know, am I crazy? The tower shots.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, and there is the soul. I feel like we're just waiting for the Mingos to end this game at this point. They're just so crazy far ahead. There is another engage from the Cowboys. They should be able to get some kills here. And they are able to kill Corky. Will they be able to kill Swain before they die to Swain? Swain is going to kill one. Will they be able to kill the Swain? And, oh, Jesus. Pop goes the Weasel. I guess Gameplay is doing damage, but they are still down 8K and just all the objectives. Just down so many objectives. Just takes, at this point, just going to take one fight. Oh, my God. Okay. Hey, yo, Gameplay hurts. Gameplay does hurt. Gameplay does hurt. That was... Woo! Gameplay hurts. That was some damage right there. It tended to better understand the ramp of tower damage. Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. Are they just question mark pinging the damage that Gameplay did? Yeah, he's still question mark pinging the damage. Yeah. Oh God, I don't know what Scion, what Moitman's gonna do here. I don't know. That flash there from TJ as just walks down Moitman. It doesn't necessarily matter. Will they be able to take down the Scion? Will they just kill themselves again on the Scion's Thornmail? Yeah, TJ just having fun with it right now. Yeah. The Scion's a little bit crazy right now. Will they be able to get out of there? Will go down. It's gonna get grabbed. Scion's having a fun time. Scion beta, yeah. Scion having a good time.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Unstoppable. Shut down.
Ooh, this is not looking good for the side of Cowboys. Their strongest member is now dead. The game plank is gone. They head to 3v4 now. They only have one Nexus Tower left alive. It may be less than a 3v4. It is going to be less than a 3v4. Moitman is going to go down. Gluestick is looking for DDS. But DDS is just playing ring around the rosy around this thing. It doesn't quite matter. Looks like the last tower is going to get tanked by the Scion.
Rampage.
The Scion is having a good time taking the tower here.
Team's turret.
And that should be, they are going to look for Ibis. They are going to look for Ibis. And they are going to be able to get Ibis. That's going to be the ace, and that should be the end of the game for game number one for the Mingos. Are able to take game number one from Cowboys. And yeah, this is not a good game for the Cowboys. I was saying the Cowboys are predicted to be the number one seed, but after the performance from last season and after the performance from the week one, but this right here was just an absolute domination of a game from the side of the Mingos. And the Mingos take game one in dominated fashion. Let's see. And we see the most damage done in the game was by that Gameplay. Not too very surprisingly, the Gameplay did 43,000 damage, but far eclipsed anyone else on the team ahead by 20k. And then we see some 36,000 damage done on the other side for that by the Corky and by the Syndra. Scion does 20,000. I mean, overall, the damage just ends up being everyone else on the favor of the side of the Mingos, especially 22,000 to 9,000 in the support position. But Gameplank was disgusting. DRDD, aka Drew, also now known as Drew, did a lot of damage, but just absolute domination from the from just the gold lead and from the gold lead and just from the objectives from the side of the Mingos. So we will be getting ready for game number 2 after that first game, and we will see you guys after whenever we're ready for that after the break. I'm not gonna play the Mingos music. Let me find something else. There, here we go.
No, no, I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. These words won't get through to me when I'm not listening. These words are no use, no telling me, is this worth risking? And I won't do it again. I'm reaching out, 'cause I cannot fight this feeling anymore. Feels like I've been blown away. I'm pushing out, we're not running round in circles anymore. Feels like I've been blown away, and I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. No, 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 and I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. These words won't get through to me when I'm not listening. These words are no use, no telling me, is this worth risking? And I won't do it again. It's contagious. Tell me, do you feel it too? Mr. Magician, tricking me to loving you. Turning pages, looking for something new. But the rain is stopping me from pulling through. I'm gonna take a deep breath, cut the loving in two. 'Cause I'm needing that day, coming straight there from you. I'm gonna take a deep breath, cut the loving in two. 'Cause I'm needing that day. Oh, Mr. Magician, your trickery is fine. Mr. Magician, I want you to be mine. coming straight there from you. I'm gonna take a deep breath, cut the loving in two, cause I'm needing that depth. Oh, Mr. Magician, your trickery is fine. Mr. Magician, I want you to be mine. Mr. Magician, you're pulling down my spine. Mr. Magician, I want you to be mine. I take a breath, I suffocate. You rip me off the preliminal stages. You're playing with my fire. You're burning away your sheets.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with this one. Here we are into game number 2 between the Mingos and the Cowboys. Remember, this is true fearless draft, so all the champions that were chosen in game 1 are not available for game number 2. And they have been disabled for this draft. Mingos takes a pretty dominating game 1 victory. We'll see what changes here in game number 2. We're going to see the bands are coming out quick. We're going to see the Draven band, the Gnar band, the Hecarim band, and the Jinx band. Looks like we're going to really have a pinching on the ADC position because we did see Jinx band last game as well. Now we're going to see Draven band as well. Let's see what rounds out the draft. I'm gonna say that gameplay, but gameplay again. Anything that was chosen previously cannot be chosen again. The Corki, the Swain can't be chosen. The gameplay can't be chosen. Syndra, Orianna can't be chosen. Nocturne no longer there. Rammus no longer there. It's like those. This will be 20 at the end of this ban phase. There'll be 20 champions that are gone. We'll see what champions they will choose here in game number 2. Will Cat Cowboys be able to bounce back from such a devastating game 1, or the Mingos simply roll through the Cat Cowboys, who I personally said before I think was to be the strongest team coming into the season. So we will see. J4 band, Leona band. What will be the blue side B1 pick for the Mingos? What do they consider priority here in game number 2? Boom, ba, boom, boom. We earned a hype chest. Open to see a reward on Bizzle 2. What's this do? Rewards, button mash emo. Okay. What the heck? Button mash. Alright. Hype chests are on the way. Hey, let's get it. We got a hype train, baby. Your community contributed a total of 4 sub gifts. Nice. and 0 bits. I guess bits also contribute. Looks like we're going to see the Shaco, by the way, from the Mingos, followed up by the Kog'Maw Lulu. So it looks like Cat Cowboys did have their bot lane that confidence that they wanted to make sure that they secured. Going to secure the Cog Lulu, the late game. Okay, and hopefully they can't play as divey, or if they do play as divey of a comp as they did last game, with the amounts of fighting, at least they should have the Lulu ultimate available to keep somebody who is getting dived safe. So they're looking forward to that. In the jungle over there with Shaco. Shaco can always cause a lot of shenanigans, can do a lot of that fightiness. I think Shaco is one of those champions that do like to have those type of scruffles early on, especially when he gets his boxes. Shaco is very, very annoying to fight with early on. We'll see if they're able to continue the same type of game plan that they had last game. We're going to see the Ashe and the Mumu. Hey, solid skirmishers. Is that potentially a Mumu support? Or is Shaco not jungling? That'd be interesting. Looks like potentially a Mumu support. It's going to be the Aurora gets picked up. Solo laning Aurora. I'd imagine maybe in the top lane. It'd be quite a far difference from the Scion from the last game itself in TJ. We'll see where the Aurora ends up going. But I have yet to see an Aurora actually in competitive relative to the new champion that was released earlier this year. I remember I played a bunch of Swarm. I tried playing out a little bit. I didn't necessarily enjoy it, but there's the Aurora. It's going to be met by the Victor, so I'm assuming that they probably think that's probably Aurora mid. So they're comfortable picking the mid laner here. We're going to see the Victor picked up, and also nice to pick up the mid laner before too many more mid laners get banned out, because Orianna and Syndra are also already not available. So we'll go to here into the second round of phases. See maybe some. We'll see. I'll see where they think this Aurora is. So they probably think the Aurora is going to be in the mid lane. Going to ban out the Irelia. Going to ban out the Amumu. The Amumu they were thinking of picking. They're going to ban it out. Make sure that the Amumu does not get picked up on the other side. They're like Amumu Victor. That could be very strong. Team fight comes in. They probably don't want to see that. And that's multiple junglers that will be out. Remember the junglers from last game. So the Rammus and the Nocturne are already gone. Along with now the J4 and the Amumu and the Hecarim. And the last ban, Zeri. Where do they think Zeri is going to be played? That's interesting. Is someone playing Zeri and is Ashe not ADC, or is someone playing Zeri in a non-ADC position? Does Zeri get played outside the bot lane these days? I have literally no idea. But potentially, okay. Bow, 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 bow. And Udyr. Okay, the Udyr gets banned out as well, pinching more on the jungle position. What will we see from Gluestick? What will we see in the jungle from Cat Cowboys? We are also still looking for a top laner. Imagine they give top laner R5. Top laner that was Drew, aka DRDD, did a lot of work last game. Okay, Sejuani or Zac, they do have options available. We're bouncing back and forth between them. What will be the selection? And it's going to be the Zac. I say they do not have a lot of melee so far for the Sejuani, so they are going to go with the Zac, that long range engage, that tanky jungler. We'll see how they're able to make use of that, and they will be saving red top side for R5. See if they can get themselves a solid counter pick for DRDD, aka Drew, who was doing very well in that first game. We're going to see the Talon being picked up here potentially. That means that it's probably going to be Aurora top. I mean, that's a very, I will say this is a very squishy team so far with the Shaco, Ashe, Aurora, Talon. Not a single one of those really anybody that builds HP, but definitely a lot of people that like to scrap. They do like to fight, and we're going to see Poppy likely to be there. Is your tank, who is in the potentially support. Could be Poppy support. I think that's the only champion over there that I can imagine playing support, unless they're doing something very interesting. Oh, they could be doing something very interesting. Oh, they're doing something. Yeah, but you got Sejuani being picked up here. So who is support? Is it going to be Sejuani support? Is it going to be Shaco support? Aurora? I have no idea what's going on. But we will be finding out soon whenever we hit the rift. We're going to see R5. This is going to interesting R5 here from Cat Cowboys. We're like, who am I laning against in the top lane? Is it Talon? Is it Aurora? Is it Sejuani? Who's going top? Is it Sedge top? Talon? Aurora? Do I care? I'm going to pick Urgot. Pick something very, very solid there. The Urgot, I think the Urgot's going to be difficult to match for almost anybody there. I don't think anyone's ever going to really be able to, betting on the Shaco at the support. Okay, it'd be very interesting. We'll see what happens here. We are ready on the production for the client draft. We'll see what happens. Sedge top, Talon jungle, just my bet. Okay. We'll see what happens. Let's switch to a different song here. Let's see. Sure, here we go. Oh. All right, here we go. TJ Lanier, what will you be picking in the top lane? And it's going to, I mean, they're hyping it up. They're delaying. It's going to be Sejuani top. Was that the bet? It was, in fact, the bet. We're going to have Sejuani top going up against the Urgot. TJ Lanier going to be taking up the Sejuani top. We're going to have Urgot and Zach in the top lane, top side for the Cat Cowboys. What will Abysmal be picking? And it's going to be Aurora jungle, which was not the bet that Toxic Games only made. But we do have Aurora being picked up for Abysmal in the jungle. I have not seen that champion jungle at all. This could be trolls. I'm not exactly sure. Have they changed Aurora's passive to heal her off of hitting jungle monsters? If they did, then this is great. If they didn't, then I don't understand how that clearly is going to happen. But okay, we're going to see Talon in the mid lane with going up against the Victor. Okay. I mean, hey, does Aurora jungle at all? If I went to open.gg, do we have any games of Aurora in the jungle? Let's see. Oh, go open.gg. Go to champions. Go to jungle. Aurora. Nope, I don't see any Aurora games on the jungle at all. Aurora seems to be played in mid and top lane. 52% mid, 46% top. That means there's like a 2% somewhere else. So I mean, I don't know what they're doing. They're doing something interesting, I suppose. Zero chance, right? They'll probably swap champs. Top jungle. Right? Yeah, they do have, what did we say, until 30 seconds? They got to swap. And they did swap top and support. The Sejuani is going in. They are, in fact, going to be doing Aurora top and Sejuani. Oh, they are swapping Shaco potentially. Shaco support. It's going to be Shaco support. They got to lock it in now. No more swaps. There it is. It's going to be Aurora top, Sejuani jungle, Talon mid, Ashe ADC, and Shaco support. What were the betting favorites? Talon jungle, that was not true. Sejuani top, that was not true. Well, my one call of support was right at least. The Shaco playing support. There it is. Oh, Mingos. I got to get the jabs of Cat Cowboys. Lucky. Coach Lucky is calling it to the Cat Cowboys. What makes you think the Cat Cowboys? That just looks like a solid draft. I mean, Urgot top, Zach. Nothing too crazy on the side of the Cat Cowboys there. Urgot top, Zach jungle, Victor mid, Kog'Maw, Lulu bot lane. It's just kind of solid all around. They got some scaling. They got some team fight ability. But I will say, based off of last game, the game was not very organized. It was very, very scrappy, very, very fighty. If there's a whole bunch of mid-game skirmishes, who comes out on top of those? If you have like 1-2-man fights in the top, in the jungle, going all around the map, around these different objectives in the early game, who comes out on top? I do think that the Mingos team, if they're able to play the game like last game, I think they could potentially snowball off of a whole bunch of scrappy fights. But I think if we get to some organized, like 5v5 team fighting, and we get to some scaling, and we get some stabilization, I do think I would take Cat Cowboys in that situation. From last game, they want to try some wild picks. Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair. They did have a very good game last game, so it's only fair. I'm going to hit you guys with a 1-minute ad break so we can turn off the pre-roll ads for whenever the game starts, and we will catch you guys whenever we hit the rift. into it. Maybe we'll get right into it. Hello? What? Pause it. It's not showing the thing. Riot. OBS. Please capture. There we go. There we go. Now we're ready to go. Oh, wait. No, wait. There we go. All right, let's see what happens here at level 1. We have the Mingos on the blue side. We have Cowboys on the red side. The Mingos taking a pretty dominated win in game number 1. What will happen here in game number 2? We can see the Mingos are they're all together going straight towards Drew. It is a 5-man. Are they spotted out? Yeah, Drew should be able to see them now. There is a spot out, able to move away. Is going to try to put down the ward. Will be able to put down the ward. Is able to move out in time, and they are able to get the ward killed. And will they move to get some? I think that means Cowboys are going to move to try to get some vision down in the bottom side jungle. As they do see the engage there. Oh, are they? Is Shaco actually going to start over here? They do a lot of great deep vision there. Three wards drop in this top side jungle. It looks like Shaco may be starting out there. Zach potentially is going to walk in, potentially get Vud. Had a feeling. Decided to not walk in over there. Had some type of feeling that where's Zach going to go, actually? What's Zach doing? All right, so they are going to go down to the bot side. No, Zach is actually walking towards the red buff. Urgot is moving that over there as well, but Shaco is there. I don't think they want this. Uh-oh. This could be spell troubles for Drew. Drew's going to have to flash out of there. It's too late. That's first blood. Going over to the Aurora. Look at them. They're able to do something that's going to be first blood going over to the Aurora and coming from the Urgot. Urgot's going to be late to the lane now. And that's going to be advantage Mingos. And in the bot lane, Ash seems to have some type of idea. Is going to walk into the lane a little bit late. There is a teleport coming into the bot lane from the Shaco. Oh, I forgot that wasn't even the jungler. That was the Shaco that was out there doing that nonsense up in the top side jungle. I didn't even realize that is not Shaco jungle. That was the Shaco support that initiated all that in the top lane. And the Sejuani got a perfectly normal start. Sejuani got a perfectly normal start in the bottom side of the map. That was the Shaco doing crazy things and teleporting to the lane. That was some Mingo strategies right there. Some Mingo strats. And that gives them the first blood. Gets them, and like I said, we said that to get her ahead in the early game. Well, that's one way to do it, right there. The Mingo strats. And we're going to have some fighting in there. Looks like we have an early roam from the Talon as well. Talon's in the bot lane. TJ's going to get very low. It's going to get very, very low. It's going to flash forward. And oh, no! The tower shot is going to take down Urgot. Urgot's going to die his second time to the world. Gets to start off the lane. 2-0. More disasters for Cowboys. More success for the Mingos in the early game. We'll see if that continues to pan out for them. Will they be able to stabilize? We saw last game whenever the Mingos got ahead earlier, they were very just into fighting. Fight some more. Don't allow the enemy team to stabilize. Force fights. And we're going to see another fight here in the mid lane. Ibis and the Talon. And looks like Moitman and Lakey are going to be doing a lot of damage here in the bot lane. Will they be able to get, are they going to get baited by the barrier? And they are going to go down. Oh, Moitman does take down DDS, and actually both of them in the bot lane does go down. The Cowboys are able to grab 2 kills there as DDS does go down. So there's 2 kills in the bot side for the Cowboys. But it did at first look like, and looks like they're going to go for an early dive up here in the top lane, put Drew further behind. Here is Drew low underneath the tower. There is the engage from this is Sejuani. It's going to be a killing spree. Another kill goes over to the Warrior. Warrior is now 3-0 in that top lane. And are they looking for more? And we have a potential gank dive in the mid lane. It's going to be flashed out there. Cowboys tried to match with the dive, but it's going to just get the flash. And Urgot starts off 0-3 in the top lane. And the Aurora starts off 3-0. Disaster for this is just unfortunate things here for the Urgot here. And once again, early on at 4 minutes, we already have 6 kills. We have 6 kills in 4 minutes. This is looking very similar to game number 1 so far. Well, they are indeed winning early. Indeed they are. 900 gold lead here at before 5 minutes. Nothing too crazy. Luckily, they're with those 2 kills that the bot laners were able to get. But they are down on CS in that bot lane, and down a significant amount of CS. I'm not even sure. In fact, do they even have, I don't think they even have a gold lead. They probably have a gold deficit down here in the bot lane. They do, 200 gold deficit. And they see The Shaco's up on the wall, and here comes Talon. Are they looking for something silly in the bot lane? Like I said, this early game skirmishes. Skirmish, 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 fight, 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 dive, dive, dive. Very aggressive from the side of the Mingos. And it's the style of play, and now that's so much damage being taken by Urgot. Will Zach be able to get a good gank here? They're going to go in for it. That's going to be a lot of damage coming out from the Aurora, but the Aurora is going to be taking a lot of damage as well. Aurora's going to get low. Aurora is potentially trying to take down, and Aurora gets another kill. Able to take out 1 for 1. The shutdown goes over to the Zach, so the Urgot stays far behind. The Urgot just stays far behind, down 10 CS, down all these kills. Here comes a gank in the mid lane from the Shaco. Ibis able to flash out without getting feared by the box. Not like this. Oh, Moitman is going to get taken down there, and there is another gank, another solid gank from the side of the Mingos, another way to increase their early game lead. And they will be taking down Moitman as well, and that's what they have to do. They have to play early game. And like, yeah, we don't want this scaling stuff. We're not trying to play this scaling game. Why would we want to play this scaling game? Looked like Zach is going to be down here. I'm not sure if I like this. We're able to get something, but who will the gold go over to? Even if they're successful here, who's it going to go over to? Over to Zach. Well, Sejuani is here in the bot lane. Now the Zach is here. They're fighting a 2v2. I feel like typically whenever you want to gank, you want to gank with the number advantage. And here comes Sejuani, and they could potentially go onto Lakey. But Moitman is back. Are they able to turn this back around? For the moment, there is the potential knockup is going to get flashed away. They're going to go onto Abysmal. Abysmal's going to go onto Lakey, actually. And Glue Stick is going to be taking a lot of damage. Will they be able to take down Abysmal? Abysmal's going to get very low here. Potentially be a kill for the Moitman. Oh, it's not going to be a kill to Moitman. The gold keeps going to the wrong people. As Zach is able to pick up the kill there. And a little bit unfortunate. I think he did want to get the gold onto the Cogmaw there. But it is what it is. But they are able to at least get a kill, and Lakey is able to survive. But yeah, lots of fighting. But now the gold is pretty much even. In fact, a slight advantage over to the side of the Cowboys. Where's that advantage coming from? Is this a farm advantage? Is Zach way ahead on money? Zach is ahead 600. Okay. Aurora is ahead 900 up here. The ADC is ahead about 100 in the mid lane, about 200 in the support position. So Zach, I think, really making the most of the difference here. And Zach is going to go aggressive into the enemy jungle, but does have some support. Here's DJ Resona, but DJ Resona is quite low and is polymorphed and is over the wall. Zach is going to pop into the passive, but it's going to be okay. Here comes Zolfer. Here comes the Shaco. The Shaco is coming up onto this Zach and onto this Lulu. Is going to be trying to do some damage. And there is the ultimate lands onto Zach, but I don't think there will be any follow-up. And does look good from DDS, and here comes Moitmans as well onto the Ashe. The Ashe, well, but Glue Stick's going to get very low as well. The Ashe is going to take the fight from Moitman. There is the knockup from the Zach. Glue Stick is on a killing spree. Another kill that goes over to the Zach. The Zach is now 3-0, but Moitman does have it. Moitman now has 3 assists. But is alive. Zolfer is going to be out here causing some shenanigans. There's some damage from Ibis. Ibis is going to be able to take down the Shaco, and now looks like Cowboys are getting themselves back into this game. Now with the 500 gold lead, here comes the Talon, but not able to get anything. So although the scrappy, it has been very, very scrappy. 12 kills here at 9 minutes. Cowboys have been able to stabilize, I think. Even with McKells and Ash, Sedge, Aurora, Talon. I mean, I don't think Ash is going to be too much of a problem if you have an Urgot and a Zach. I don't think Ash ulti should be. However, Moitman is going to be in trouble here. Moitman is likely to go down potentially. Oh, there's the polymorph. There's the save from Lakey, but here comes more. It is not over. There is the ignite. Will they? They're not going to be able to get 6. Moitman is running. Moitman won't be able to run nearly fast enough though. And there is the flash from DJ Resona, and that is going to be Kog'Maw going down without a kill, and it looks like it's only a matter of time before Lakey goes down as well. Here are the dies from the Mingos, and Lakey's going to go down to the Talon. Talon's able to pick up 2 kills there. and also get some plating. Here is the gank into the mid lane onto Ibis. Ibis going to be taking a lot of damage there from Abysmal. The chance of Crystal is not going to hit Ibis, able to keep up the moves, but here comes DJ Risota. Here comes the Talon. The Talon is here, taking some tower shots. Tower taking a lot of tower shots. Actually takes 2. And is going to go down to the tower. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Moitment trying to make it back to the lane, but is going to get harassed over here between tier 1 and tier 2 by the Shaco. But the Shaco is still wait. Why did Shaco have an execute marker on him? I'm confused. Is that for Urgot, I guess? Ooh, Shaco very, very low. Getting very, very low, but was able to make it very difficult moment to get back to the lane. On some on-the-way pings, will they be able to stop the back from Shaco? Shaco's going to be able to get out of there, and looks like they won't be able to get anything. Ash is going to get out of there as well. Meanwhile, here in the top lane, Urgot only down 3 CS, besides being down 4 kills, has been able to continue CSing, so potentially stabilizing there in the top lane, although down 900 gold. Could be worse. In the mid lane, the gold discrepancy is just about 200, not a lot, and that's going to be the first dragon going over to the Cowboys, the first dragon of the series. I don't think they got a single dragon in game number 1, so this is not the same as game number 1. Sulfur causing some just being annoying to the enemy jungler, just like same as earlier. Shaco things. Oh, there's the flash forward. Drew potentially looking for a kill on the Aurora. There is the engage. There's also the engage on the Talon. I was able to get a kill onto Talon. Bot lane dealing with the shenanigans of a Shaco. They're looking all right so far. This tower is getting mighty, mighty low. They have been able to get a lot of plates here, and the Shaco's going to get quite low. It's going to be able to queue over the wall, but should be fine. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we have a battle that ends up with both of them being quite low health. Trying to get the ever slippery Shaco. Not able to do it so far, but in fact, Zach's potentially in a lot of trouble here. Going to take a lot of damage from the engage from DDS, and Abysmal is up here in the top lane. Will Drew be able to get the kill? Or will Drew simply go down? Here is going to simply go down from the Q from Aurora to able to take the kill, and looks like Talon is here to continue wreaking havoc, continue benefiting off of the havoc. There is the ultimate for Lulu, ultimates himself, and Shaco will finally go down. Will the Talon be able to do enough damage? Is going to be able to take down the Zach. However, Moitment is going to get the kill onto Talon. There's a teleport coming in. Here comes the Aurora. The Aurora is here and is able to grab a double kill. A lot of damage coming out from the Aurora. Now 7-1 from the top lane.
Turret plating will soon fall.
And it looks like the turret is going to fall, and that's going to be first tower going over to the Mingos. Now with a 3K gold lead here at 13 minutes, able to balloon their lead back up after we saw the Cowboys were able to stabilize. But not nearly as far of a lead as it was in game number 1. Oh. Ooh. A lot of damage coming out from Talon there. Oh, Moitment is taking a lot of damage as well. Is going to go down to the Shaco. Lakey's potentially going down as well. And Lakey will be going down. This is going to be another 2 kills going over to the side of the Mingos. Looking for DJ Rosona is Zach. Zach isn't going to be able to get it. Got his ankles broken mid-air there. And that's going to be more towers potentially going over. Now that's going to be 2 towers. This could potentially be a 3rd tower going over to the Mingos, and they are really just ballooning their lead. And there it is. They now have a 5K gold lead here at 15 minutes. Now this gold lead is starting to become a little bit dangerous for the side of Cowboys. Will they be able to find a way to stabilize? Here is the engage. There is the engage, but the Zach does not have passive. Zach is going to get very low. Zach is going to go down to Shaco, and Lulu is able to get another kill. That's now 4 assists there for Kog'Maw. And now up in the top lane, we're going to have the fight here from Urgot. Urgot wanting to be able to fight this Aurora. Maybe getting closer little by little. Aurora does have a full item ahead, though. Aurora is 7-1. This Aurora is ahead by 2.4K. And they are going on to the Aurora. Will they be able to get to the Aurora? There is the Polymorph. There is the Exhaust. The Aurora is going to get very, very low. That should be an easy kill, you would think, for the Urgot, and that's going to go down. It's going to be a shutdown going over to Moitment. A big shutdown going over to the Kog'Maw. The Kog'Maw now only 500 gold behind the enemy ADC. And it's going to be the 2nd dragon of the game going over to the side of the Mingos. Cowboys able to pick up that 1st dragon of the game earlier. So, it could be worse. Oh, and we're going to have Talon versus Urgot here, and Talon's going to be doing a lot of damage. Urgot's going to go down. The teleport coming in from the Victor is not going to be nearly in time. It looks like Talon's going to be able to get out of there. Sorry. Responded to a text there. On the way, pings. Looks like we're going to get some action in the top lane where you're currently watching Drew getting harassed underneath this tower. And it's going to flash forward and trying to do something. But, there are more people there. And that ends up being a mistake from the Urgot. And looks like Sejuani is able to walk out of the top lane without anything happening as well. And the gold lead is now 6K here before 20 minutes in favor of the Mingos. Cowboys here still looking to try and stabilize. Now that they are on tier 2s and they have not taken any towers yet. I don't think any of these towers are even that low. Yeah, nope, not really. That's tough. And they're in the middle of losing tier 2 mid. And tier 2 mid does go down. Where can they find the engagements? Where can they find the stabilizing fights? Where can they find ways to get money where money needs to go? Here is a Talon walking into 2 of them, but that's going to be a very dead Lakey. And there is the stun, lands onto Moitment. Moitment is able to cleanse it, but there's more stuns coming along with the Sejuani kill. The Sejuani ulti coming right afterwards. There's a lot of damage being done over there. And it's not going to be enough. They now have their down 2 members. They're down their entire bot lane, still looking for fights as they see low health bars, but it's not going to be enough. And it's going to be just another 2 kills going over to the side of the Mingos. And here is the engage onto TJ. TJ potentially very low here. And there is the ultimate from Drew. Drew is able to get the kill, first kill of the game for the Urgot. but now Ibis is going to be very low. Drew is here. Glue Stick has respawned, but they're not able to get another kill here, and that's going to be losing 2 more, and that's going to be 4 members that died there in exchange for 1. And the bot lane is back alive to try and defend this inhibitor turret. This inhibitor turret should not go down right here, but they're going to get a lot of damage on it. And, yeah, it's just more scrappy fights that the Mingos are able to win. And there is the Talon that's doing 1 million damage and goes down yet again. The Talon just does too much damage. The ultimate from the Lulu is not going to be enough as they still go down. And here comes the teleport, so they just continue the pressure. What's that arrow gonna do? Oh my god, that arrow almost killed that man. Oh no, that would have been crazy. Oh no, that would have been crazy. Oh no. Oh man, imagine it. Dude, imagine the tiltingness. Look at this. Look at this position, this talent. Look at this, like this forward aggressive vision. Look at where this talent is. This talent is behind them. Look at where this is. Look where the talent is. And there's a shutdown on the Ash, but look at what Talon's able to do. Talon's able to get in there. There's a shutdown. Oh, the Talon goes down. Actually, shutdowns on the side. This is actually a good team fight for the Cat Cowboys. The Lulu doing some work there, and a double kill coming from for the Kog'Maw. And this could be a potential 1-team fight, and now they're going to get some objectives. It's just the Aurora left alive, and the teleport coming in from the Victor. And this should be could be a stabilizing team fight right there. The shutdowns, now they're within 5K. Now they get their second dragon of the game. This is where the scaling comes in here at 22 minutes. And there is the dragon. Could they potentially get their first tower of the series? They don't have a tower down yet. There's the oh god. There is the Ash arrow landing onto Victor. Victor's gonna be taking a lot of damage there, but here comes the shield from Lakey. And oh, the ultimate there from Drew is gonna be very, very wide, and looks like TJ's potentially gonna get out of there. And here comes the rest of the Mingos, so they're gonna have to back out. As the game goes forward, it favors the red draft. Yeah, we do know that the scaling has been in favor of the Cat Cowboys the entire time. And is this going to be the sneak of the Baron? This is a good play. If they're able to get this Baron, this is great for them. They want to try to end this game soon. And it looks like they will be able to just get this Baron, take advantage of the Cat Cowboys being off the map. That's a very aggressive Baron play, and they're able to get the Baron. Now, can they take this Baron to break the base? If they're able to break the base, they have a chance of just, like, foregoing the scaling. We're still with the 6K gold lead here at 23 minutes. You got to keep scaling, surviving, pick the right fights. Yeah, got to pick the right fights. But if you are on the side of the Mingos, you don't want to let them pick any fights. This could be the right fight. This could be the right fight. Yeah, up there farming without the vision coverage to stay safe. And we're going to see Zolfer taking away the red buff there. Now, what do they do with this Baron? The Aurora is dead. Aurora no longer has Baron. They need to be able to, I feel like the Mingos want to be able to break the base with this Baron push. And if they fail to do that, I think they're going to have a very difficult time in this game now, moving forward. Maybe not very difficult because they are still pretty significantly ahead, but I think you want to break the base here. Nobody Zach shows by. It was free for Blue to do Baron, but I'm not here to judge other teams as players. That's completely fair. It's a mistake. Do they get their first tower of the series? Victor looking to take some solo tower gold, and it's low. They're gonna go for it, and they are able to take the tower. That's gonna be the first tower that the Mingos have lost this series. There is the Astro. It's not going to land. Moitman and Lakey are running. There's the flash. The ultimate is not going to quite land. It's gonna be enough of a slow to get onto the Lulu, but the Moitman is out. The Kog'Maw is out and says bye, wow, farewell, my good friend. Lulu is gonna have to be the sacrifice. As Lulu says, run, fool, run. And looks like Ibis has been here for too long. Ibis definitely overstayed his welcome not to be able to get this tower. Is not going to be able to get much more than that. It's just going to go down. Maybe try to waste their time, but that is going to be a shutdown. But it looks like, how long do they have left on the buff, though? Oh, he wouldn't have the buff. You. 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 Give me someone that has the buff. It's 3/4 of the way gone. We then weren't able to break the base. Uh-oh. 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 We need some blue wards or something. You got it. Oh, man. They have not been able to take control of the vision in their jungle. And that was just a dangerous spot to walk in. This gets absolutely eviscerated. And Lulu, who just respawned, is gone again. And they really need Lulu to be alive in these fights. They need Lulu so very badly. Here is Urgot. Urgot is going to miss yet another ultimate. That's a little bit unfortunate. But I'm not sure if they'll be able to do anything there anyways. And here is Ibis. Ibis is back alive. They are trying to break the base. The base is getting very low. And oh my god, the damage from the Ash. And that's going to be Victor going down. And that's going to be the inhibitor tower going down. And they're looking for more. And Zach is not able to ult out because the Aurora ultimate is going to get snapped back in. And one is going to go down as well. And now Lakey is left alive, but it's way too late. Only one left alive. The glue stick is able to respawn, but it is too late. That's 4 members of the Cat Cowboys do go down, and they are able to break the inhibitor, and that's going to be the base broken. Now they're looking for bot lane. Disaster strikes yet again. That's going to be a 10k gold lead for the side of the Mingos as they look to close this game out before the scaling becomes too much of an issue. And that's going to be 2 inhibitors going over to the Mingos. And meanwhile, the side of the Cat Cowboys have only taken 1 tower. The turret has been destroyed. Here we are to the top side. Oh, DDS is going to be taking a lot of damage here. And there is the kill going over to Victor. Will they be able to get some kills on the way out? Here comes the Talon. Talon's going to be out, but now they do have a Mumu. The Lulu ultimate. Talon is able to kill Victor, but that's a shutdown going over to Moitman. Moitman is able to stay alive. Now they're looking for just the Sulfur, but the turrets are being lost. They're losing their towers. Aurora's ending the game. Aurora was ending the game while that fight was going on. Aurora is over there on the Nexus towers. Now they have to do it there. Aurora will be able to get out of there. Aurora will go down. Aurora looks like is going to actually get pulled back. Oh, use the ultimate. Oh, but jump back. Oh, that was certainly a mistake. Oh, but it's fine. Uh-oh, but now Glue Stick biting off a little bit too much than what he could chew there. I think Glue Stick. Oh, trying something. Oh, but then the Ash arrow from the base. But there you go, Glue Stick able to do a little bit of a flashy play there to take down Aurora. Aurora being a little bit too cheeky there, and Glue Stick is able to make him pay. But I mean, their base is absolutely decimated. Absolutely decimated. They only have 1 Nexus tower left alive. It is 10 towers to 1 in favor of the Mingos. It is 58k to 48k. Yet again, they have a 10k gold lead here before 30 minutes. And Glue Stick is going to go down. Now they have to deal with the Talon. The Talon's going to be doing a lot of damage here. There is the ultimate from the Sejuani. There are the flashes being expended, and the Cat Cowboys are on the run. Baron Nasser has spawned yet again. That could be a free Baron for the Mingos to grab, but they also, because the Cat Cowboys have to defend their base. Okay. How do they turtle? How do they hold on to the base? They're down 10K. It is so hard for them to have a vision advantage here. There is the engage from the Talon. The Talon is going to ult onto Drew. Drew is going to get low. Is going to get ulted by the Lulu. Lulu ultimate. But Drew is going to be very low. Still going to take more damage there. Ibis is going to get stuck inside of the ultimate from Aurora. Ibis is going to go down. The Victor is down. The Victor is down. It just have one Nexus Tower to fight beneath. Drew is still alive. Moyman is still alive. They're going to try to do some damage here. There are some low health bars on the side of the Mingos. This may not necessarily be the end of the game. Looks like this could be the hold. And they just have to kill the minions. Kill the minions. Kill the minions. Oh, but there is the stun landing onto Moyman. Here it comes Zach with the engage. Abyssal is going to go low, though. Abyssal does get knocked up. There is the engage from Drew onto the TJ. Going to get very low. They're engaged from, but the polymorph. The polymorph tower is going to get taken down by Moitman, and now the last tower is going to go down as well. And there is the last turret, and there it is. Now the Nexus is open. It is only Lakey and Zach left alive. Can they defend the Nexus? Will they just hit the Nexus? No one is hitting the Nexus. They don't care about hitting the. They want the kills. And Ibis left is now back alive, and that is Shaco getting it shut down. TJ is invisible, but should go down as well. Will go down to the Zag, and they are technically still alive. Technically, the Cowboys are alive. Technically, the game is not over. By all technicality, they do have a Nexus that has more than 0 HP. But boy, oh boy, are things rough. That's 11 towers to 1. Like, all the towers are gone. Their Nexuses, they are just in a absolutely decimated base. This isn't much of a base anymore. There are no towers left anymore. There's just here Fountain. This would be the greatest comeback of all time. It is not technically impossible. The game has not ended. But that Baron cannot be contested. The game can be so easily ended by one person. Can they even push the vision line to be able to walk into their jungle? They have to be so very careful here. They have to watch for the back doors. Any lost team fight could result in the end of the game. And there goes Lakey. And they're going to get popped by a Talon. It's just fighting on fights on fights. They just did not play a conventional way. They played their way. They don't care about team compositions. They don't care about scaling. All they care about is fighting and scrapping constantly and being aggressive and pushing forward the vision line. And just making play after play after play to take down, to keep taking them down. And then they keep taking objectives whenever they get these fights. Fights after fights, they just picked people that can fight. But we don't care about the scaling. We can fight. And we'll continue to fight as much as we possibly can constantly. That's going to be the flash forward onto Moitman. Moitman is going to get taken low, is going to get stunned up by the Sejuani, and is going to get taken down by the Sejuani as well. And now it is only Lakey left alive. And that should be the end of the game. As Abysmal starts to hit the Nexus along with the minions, Baron empowered minions, and that's going to be the end of the game. There is no doubt about it. This game is done as long as we're not trolling. End the game. End the game, brethren. And it's going to be GG. It's going to be the 2-0 in favor of the Mingos. And the Mingos do win this series 2-0. Hey, sometimes it's not about the scaling. It's not looking good for the Mingos. It's not looking good for the Mingos. Sometimes it's not about the scaling. Sometimes it is just it's just about fighting. Just finding your advantages and take advantage of those advantages and pushing those advantages constantly. Scaling is simpler to play. Simpler to play, but if you're able to control the flow of the game the entire time, then it ends up like that. If you just keep control of the game the entire time, it's going to be the 2-0 in favor of the Mingos. Very well played And I guess we could do. I need to get food. We'll do a real quick interview. I don't know who to interview. Chat. Who do you want to hear from? Because I feel like it was a pretty well spread. I don't like performance by all of them. TJ for the interview. Who's TJ? All right. I don't have much to say. We can grab a TJ here. Oh, I'm deafened in Discord. Hello.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's good? What's good? We got TJ. How do you say the last one? Lanier?
Lanier.
Lanier?
Close enough.
Lanier? Okay,
Yep.
we got TJ Lanier. I think it was also your channel that we were watching with the Mingos, all of Mingos.
Give your PayPal.
That's a classic. Yep.
Give your PayPal to me. I'll give my LP to you. Yep.
Elite bar. Yep.
Elite. So, congratulations on your win 2-0 versus the Cat Cowboys. And honestly, I was, before the season, when I was looking at the rosters, Cat Cowboys had a strong showing in BTL Season 16, guy had second seed. And I was saying that I thought that they were going to be the number one seed, but you guys just 2-0'd, who I thought was probably going to be the number one seed. How do you guys feel?
Yeah, I know. I feel great. I feel like they should retire. Honestly, we did no scouting before this game, and I was actually asleep. Got a call 2 minutes before it was time to check in.
Okay.
So we weren't worried about this at all. We saw these guys shit talking our boys in the chat, the trash talk channel. We can't stand for that. You can't make the memes if you can't back them up. Mingos have always been a team that plays for the fans, and these guys obviously don't play for the fans. So I actually don't play at all. We're a big Poro Pounders fans back in the Mingos home queue, and we just wish they would have put a little bit more respect on our sister team's name.
Okay. We see the trash talking, the return of the memes there in the trash talk. I didn't know the Poor Pounders actually knew anyone in this league, but hey, it's cool to see it. I just don't really have much to say, really. That you.
Yeah,
That
we just
first
want to
game
say
was-
thank
yeah, go ahead.
our sponsors, man. Glacial Esports, we want to shout them out. Those guys have been with the Mingos since day one. On top of that, I just want to thank my mom. She's a very inspiring and kind lady. All our fans in the chat, the Mingos, love the fans, the mean guys and mean gals out there. Poor Doxical, we know he's been a day one Mingo supporter, even though we don't claim him. Next time anyone wants to roll up against the Mingos, just think before you do that. And if you ever dream about beating us, you better wake up and apologize. That's all I'm gonna say.
Love to hear. We have someone in the chat say, ask him about the Scion skin. What does he like about Black Frost Scion? What do you like about Black Frost Scion?
The black part.
All right, love it. All right, and that's what we love to hear here at Black Twitch League. We will be. We have one more game today later on the schedule. I think you said all your shoutouts, right? You got anything else to say?
Yeah, no, that's great. Thank you guys so much.
All right, thank you for coming to the booth. That is TJ Lanier from the Mingos. Check out the YouTube channel, the TJ Lanier YouTube channel. Seems to be a lot of classic bangers on there, all about the Mingos and different Mingos songs. I'd love to see that. Actually, seriously, it's really great content. And we will be back live, I believe, at 9 p.m. We have Shadow of Icarus versus Cosmic Nebula. The Cat GPT versus Las Cucarachas game that was supposed to be at 6 p.m. EST, I believe, has been rescheduled to a different time. I need to go double check on when that time will be. But I believe we will have a bunch of Knights of Istar's people helping cast that 9 p.m. game. That should be Frostbite along with Death by Video Game, and I believe somebody else. Roberto. So if you want to hear from the champions of last season doing a cast, that'll be today at 9 p.m. EST. And until then, we're going to throw it over to, let's go host somebody. We're going to host Melon Queen Lay, someone who I went to DreamCon with this year. We're going to give them a little bit of a raid, and we will be back. 2-0 at 9. And we will be.
Hey, thanks for the cast, Etoe. We love all you do. BTL, great league, man. We love those guys. I put an order for a pizza 10 minutes into this game, so I'm going to go pick it up. So have a good night, man. Thanks for everything. Love you guys.
Sounds good. Have a good night. That's pretty great. All right, we're going to throw a host over to Melanin Queen Lay. Just say, hey, BTL raid or something like that. So it's a friend of mine who I went to a con with. So, they're cool. They're playing Call of Duty Black Ops, and we will catch you guys here live at 9 p.m. EST. Peace.